Finally, the legend has come back to say, WWE, your ratings are down.
Dalehjun Rants.
Ha! That's what I'm talking about.
Terrible. It was terrible. SmackDown was terrible. I'll be honest, I didn't watch all of SmackDown because who does in the big 2025? It's useless writing. First of all, I want to say the Terror Twins. Why? What? Why are they back? Well, you told me there was nothing better for Rhea Ripley to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You could have called up Lola Vice, could have teamed up with Damian Priest, but no. We'll get Rhea because she has nothing better to do. She doesn't wrestle. She barely cuts promos. But let's just throw her with Damian Priest just because he's dealing with this Aleister Black and Zelina Vega situation. Now I will give WWE some props. On SmackDown, they kicked it off. Drew McIntyre, who I completely forgot was suspended. He shows up, and he's not supposed to be there. Nick Aldis tells him he's supposed to go. Drew McIntyre gets back in his car, and Cody Crybaby Rhodes comes marching out, somehow in his car from the passenger side. Unattacked. So now I will say that's better because every single SmackDown we keep having Cody Rhodes walk out there and cut a boring, straight up boring promo. So I will say it was a nice change of pace, but of course after that fight, Cody Rhodes marches down to the ring and cuts a terrible promo. Terrible, just terrible. Something about stepping on a roach, stomping on a roach, the roach of the industry. Whatever. Okay, that's not my problem here. My problem is Wyatt 6 versus MFTs. I don't even know why they're fighting. Yes, they're both stables. They have nothing else in common. There's no championship. There's no gold involved. What are they fighting for? Absolutely no reason. Terrible. It's terrible. I love the Wyatt 6. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas. I feel like he's doing the best he can work with. But there is a cap. Somebody back there does not like the horror stuff, and they keep trying to make things too grounded, where it's not fun anymore. It's not mysterious anymore. It's not interesting. And you want to pair it with the MFTs, who we know clearly is going to turn on Solo at some point. Solo just looks like he doesn't belong. And it's his group. And you know what happens when you have a group with somebody who is the leader who looks like they don't belong. They get kicked out. As Seth Rollins. There's a ton of names we can go through. But this company right here, we're going to go straight to the main event. Because this isn't a SmackDown breakdown. But this is actually what I saw. And the only reason the legend was watching is because he was getting his 10K steps. And the TV happened to be on. But the legend did not choose to watch the main event. The legend did not care who was going to win the main event, who was going to win the last time is now tournament and face John Cena at Saturday night's main event. The legend didn't give a bull crap about it. But he watched it. And you know what the legend thinks about it? They made the right decision. But unfortunately, they should not have been in that decision. Oh, LA Knight was supposed to win. Why LA Knight need to win? First of all, he's not that great of a storyteller in the ring. He's a great worker, but he don't tell a great story. Him versus John Cena would have been a waste. It's already a waste of spot because Triple H made this last time is now tournament. Let's get all these new NXT stars and people from all over the world. Probably had one person from NXT. Everybody else is over 40. What are we doing? I mean, did I want Jey Uso to advance? Not really. Jey Uso, he's got a lot of charisma, much like LA Knight. Not that great in the ring. He's all right. He's decent. He just started his singles run. But he had no business, no reason to face John Cena. And now you got him crashing out about a match that didn't matter. He crashing out because he couldn't face John Cena. And he wasn't crashing out about Braun Breaker getting a title match against CM Punk. So that's how we write it. That's how we write it. It's just the direction we're going here. It's just very, very confusing, and it's hard to tell people I watch wrestling because I don't. I don't anymore. I don't tell people I watch wrestling. I know of wrestling. I make content around wrestling. The legend makes content for the people because they ask, because they demand, supply and demand. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be watching this crap. I really would. But a lot of people are mad. Here's why I'm personally mad. Because LA Knight tapped out to Gunther. Why? You could have made him pass out. You bring LA Knight, the loser. I say loser because he gets booked like one. And off TV. You give him this whole push to go through the whole tournament just to lose. Oh my goodness. Not just lose, but tap out. You could have at least made him pass out, Triple H, TKO. You could have made him pass out respectfully. And then I believe I've seen a video of LA Knight cutting a promo, and they cut the time on him. They couldn't even let him cut a promo. It's like somebody hates LA Knight. So Gunther wins. We all knew the moment I knew Gunther was in the tournament, and I see he came back. They didn't even make a big deal about it. I'm just watching the beginning of Raw because something was going down, and I see Gunther. He's walking. You know how they do their little what's it called? They just walk from the backstage, showing they're at the arena every single time on Raw with the coffee cup in their hand. Yeah, yeah. So Gunther did that with his return on TV. I already knew he was winning the whole thing. And if it wasn't Gunther, it would be Jay. And if it wasn't Jay, then it'd probably be LA Knight. But LA Knight was the last person to win it. One of the last. So people are complaining. But guess what? This is what y'all asked for. Y'all asked for stuff to be mid and microwave like this. It's garbage. Come on, guys. It's garbage. Like, stop lying. I'm not gonna sit there for 3 hours watching the garbage. If Smackdown is going to 3 hours, which I guess was a rumor, I'm not doing it. I can barely watch two. Fridays aren't the same. I forget it's Friday. I don't turn on the TV. I just watch the highlights. What's the point? What does it matter? And then I'm hearing these wrestlers just go straight home after the match. I mean, people complain about it. Do you blame them? I guess Rhea Ripley said, do you blame them? What are they supposed to do? They don't act like a team. Ever since Roman lost the title, it all changed. Nobody cares. Nobody has passion anymore. We keep getting these wrestlers that never watched wrestling before. Because they went to school, they went to college, they got passion. They're the ones, they're the chosen ones. And then they get in the ring and they can't cut a promo. And we wonder why they don't get booked good when they come from NXT and they're on the main roster. Because they don't love this. If I was in the WWE, I'd be complaining. I'd be like, hey, why am I not on TV? Why are we not working any dates? Why am I come out here cutting promos and not wrestling? Why am I the champion? The main champion, I barely wrestle. Why is nobody gunning for my title? How come nobody's gunning for Cody Rhodes? Drew McIntyre just likes to beat up Cody Rhodes. You can tell he doesn't care about the title. Nobody does, but everybody complained when Roman Reigns had the title. This person, Sammy, should be champion. Kevin Owens should be champion. Randy Orton should be champion. LA Knight should be champion. Jey Uso should be champion. Jimmy should be champion. That was just line after line, and these folks don't get no opportunities. Cody's had the belt twice. No one else has had a run except for John Cena. And that was a waste of time. And that's my problem with the last time is now, tournament. Because you could have at least had John Cena in with the title, beating a new star, giving them, like he said with Kurt Angle and how he started, an actual opportunity. But you got two men about 40 years old. They're the ones competing for this. It doesn't make sense. They're the one who get to retire John Cena. That's not a championship. That's not even an opportunity. If anybody retired John Cena, it was Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That was it. He was done. He was cooked. But we want to call this a retirement because he said so. Because the tour says so. How do we know he's done? How do we know How do we know at the end of the show, after Gunther beats John Cena, because we know he's losing, he lost to freaking Dom. He wants to go on his back losing. He might even tap out. How do we know that The Rock doesn't come out and say, listen here, now I know that you think all these people think that you are leaving and this is the last time. Well, it's not, because The Rock says he's still got your soul, which means you're going to wrestle forever and ever and ever. What if he does that? All I know is if that doesn't happen and that bell rings and John Cena's cutting his promo and then it gets cut off like Goldberg did. John Cena's not the only one leaving WWE. We're all leaving. Enough of the crap. Completely terrible. This company right now, the ratings are down. It's not because Gunther won. That's not the problem. He should have not been in the conversation. Should have been new stars, new opportunities. It's the same thing with Roman Reigns beating, losing to Cody Rhodes. Should have been a new star. Should have been a Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker should have been in the tournament. But no, you take your best new guys and they don't have nothing to deal with the tournament. Shout out to Dolph Ziggler being in it, but he didn't need to be in it unless he was going to win, and he lost. We don't make sense around here. Completely terrible. But it's all good. It is all good. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. You know, just what y'all want. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the show.
Dalehjun Rants.